Hello, everyone, and welcome to the long overdue Diecast Racing Cup Series Championship finale in the 2025 season, where 9 drivers have a shot at the championship. Austin Cindric has led the points for most of the year. Still doesn't have a Diecast Racing Cup Series win to his name, but if he can get one tonight, he will become a Diecast Racing Cup Series winner and a champion. Second in points, just 1 point behind him, the closest he's been to Austin Cindric all season long. It's Kyle Larson. He has a great chance at his first championship, and his first championship chance since 2022. Then, just like Austin Cindric, a driver who has never won a Cup Series race, but he's won a champion, but he has a chance at his first championship. It's Cole Custer. He's 14 points back. He's had a great year. Could he come through and get the championship? Then, just a point behind Custer and 15 points back of Cindric, it's his teammate, it's Ryan Blaney, who has had the most championship experience out of everyone, where he has had a lot of chances to win the championship, but he has never gotten there. Then, the first of the drivers who are pretty far back in points, they're going to need some help. William Byron did not finish last week and now finds himself 30 points behind Austin Cindric in the championship. He's going to need a lot of help, and he's going to have to start from way in the back. Then, just 6 points behind him, 36 out of Cindric, it's Tyler Reddick, who's had a really good year. First time he's got a chance at the championship, like a real, legitimate chance at the championship in the 2311 car. He's the highest Toyota in points, and he's, out of the 3 Toyotas in the championship hunt, the best shot at it. Then we have last year's runner-up in points, I think, Christopher Bell, who has ended up 45 points behind Austin Cindric, but just snuck into championship contention last week with a great result at Martinsville. He's going to need a lot of help. He's going to have to win the race most likely, although it's not required to win the race, but he will have to get a lot of stage points, but he is starting in the second to last row. Then, last year's champion, Noah Gragson, has a small chance at the championship, 61 points out. He's one of 2 drivers that have to win, and he has to get a ton of stage points in order to win the championship. It's not unlikely for Noah Gragson. It's not likely for Noah Gragson to win the championship, but it also is not unlikely. And then the man who has to have everything go right, who just snuck into championship contention as well, Eric Jones, is 70 points back on the dot for Austin Cindric. As you know, 70 points is the most you can get in a race. He has to win every stage and the race and hope that Austin Cindric, Kyle Larson, or any of the championship contenders in front of him does not finish the race or finish way in the back. And he would end up winning the championship on a tiebreaker, which would be the second time that has ever happened. It happened before with Kevin Harvick and Daniel Suarez in 2023. But now it's time to meet the starting lineup and see where all the championship contenders will start for tonight's 30-lap season finale that has been long overdue. Just a near 2-month delay. It's time to settle it all. So starting on pole, we have 2020 champion Denny Hamlin with Jimmy Johnson to his outside. Future is unknown for Jimmy yet if he will return to the series next year. Then Austin Cindric, the points leader and the first championship contender, the highest qualifying championship contender. He starts third with John Hunter Nemechek, who just missed out on the chance to win this championship. He will be fourth. Josh Berry and Elio Castroneves in row 3. Not sure if Elio Castroneves will be back next year. Kyle Busch and Ty Gibbs in row 4. Then in row 5, rounding out the top 10, it's Zane Smith and 2021 champion Chase Briscoe. Row 6 is Daniel Suarez in his final start for Trackhouse before he moves over to Spire. And then Cole Custer, one of our championship contenders. Then 2 former Daytona 500 champs in row 7, Alex Bowman and Todd Gilliland. Row 8, it's championship contender Ryan Blaney, the second of the 2 Penske cars that have a shot at it, and Justin Haley, the rookie sensation who's in his last start for Spire. Row 9 is the two championship contenders of Kyle Larson and Tyler Reddick, who have never won a championship, but they have been close and they won it tonight. Starting in row 10, it's 2022 champion Chase Elliott and Joey Logano, the all-time wins leader in the Diecast Racing Cup Series with 21, and his 21st win resulted in him not getting enough points to win the championship. Nuts. Row 11, Shane Van Gisbergen and Bubba Wallace. Row 12, Brad Keselowski and 2024 champion Noah Gragson, who has a small chance to win back-to-back championships tonight. Then, Ty Dillon and Ross Chastain. Then in row 14, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and championship contender William Byron. He has a good chance of the championship, but he's deep in the field. He's got to go forward tonight. Row 15 is Connor Zilisch and 2019 champion AJ Allmendinger. Oh man, I forgot to mention Kyle Busch back in row 4 was the 2018 and inaugural champion. Oops. Row 16, Austin Dillon, last year's winner here at Phoenix, and championship contender Christopher Bell, who needs a lot to happen in his fortune to win the championship tonight. And then the man who has to have it perfect tonight, starting in the last row, 33rd, Eric Jones, a championship contender. He's got to win everything to win the championship. And then starting in last is Chris Buescher. So 30 laps. The first 3 stages are 7 laps long, the stage 4 being 9 laps long. This is going to be a fun race. It's time to determine it all. We'll have live points updates for you at the end of every stage. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Championship race night is green. Hey, number 1, John Nemechek leads the way, but more importantly, Kyle Larson has already gotten ahead of Austin Cindric. Yes, he has. Noah Gragson, he's up in the front already. He's ready to party. He wants a chance at the championship, but up front, Josh Berry wants a shot at the lead. Chase Briscoe goes high. Josh Berry wants the lead as well as Ross Chastain. They're 4 wide. They're going to all fall back. Denny Hamlin's going to get the lead, and Cindric vaults in front of Larson again. Austin Cindric up there battling for second just like that with John Nemechek to his outside. Noah Gregson's there in fifth. Kyle Larson's back fighting 3 wide with Ryan Blaney for about eighth. Championship contenders did get shuffled out there. I believe I saw Tyler Reddick get shuffled. Byron did get shuffled again. So did Christopher Bell. Remember, lap 7 is where we earn the points. Eric Jones has to win every stage if he wants a shot at the championship. Kyle Larson's getting the shove from the outside line. Toyota's giving shoving. Up the middle comes Nemechek again. Here he goes, looking for the lead. He'll get it. Nemechek out front. There's going to be a lot of team orders tonight. You got to expect that from the championship hunt. Inside line, not getting much help. Jimmy Johnson goes to help down there because Eric Jones is the last car in there, and he wants his driver to win the championship, of course. Doesn't every team owner want their driver to win the championship? Yes, they do. That's probably why Denny Hamlin will help Tyler Reddick if he finds himself back there. But he's not. Denny Hamlin's leading his line. But more importantly, John Nemechek's leading the race by a big margin. Nemechek in the lead, then Gregson, then Allmendinger and Bowman side by side as we head up to lap number 3. A lot of pushing coming from the middle line. Bowman goes high. Logano goes high. Custer looking high. Chase Elliott shuffled out in the back. At the line, lap number 3, and they're about 4 wide everywhere. Oh, everybody hang on. Christopher Bell, it got tight. It got hairy around where Bell was. He hangs on. They're 6 wide in the dogleg. Cole Custer, William Byron were in that mess. Noah Gregson goes to the lead, but he'll be shuffled out of line, and his teammate, Zane Smith, will go to the lead. William Byron goes up to third. William Byron's already up here on lap 3 of 30. There's a ton of time left, but there's so much craziness going on that really anything is possible here tonight. William Byron being up here in third. If he can get stage points, that would be massive. We will have tracking for everyone's championship position just after every stage break. So we will update it after every stage point is collected. Nemechek and Smith go side by side for the lead. Now up the middle goes Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch will take the lead. 3 wide again. Smith, Nemechek go 3 wide with Busch. But here's Busch again with a big push from Suarez, and Eric Jones is up into the top 5. There it is, Eric Jones into the top 5, and now the top 3. He's broken into the top 3. Eric Jones doing what he needs to do in order to win the championship, and that's win everything. He's looking to jump to the outside as well, get up in front of Zane Smith. There he goes. All right, Eric Jones being aggressive. But the middle line's got the momentum. It looks like Jones may get freight trained as Busch looking to block to the bottom. Suarez getting aggressive. Same thing with Chastain. Chastain looks low. Elliott looking low as well. Dillon bursts out to the outside. Kyle Larson also finds himself in the top 10. If he scores stage points, that would eliminate Eric Jones from championship contention. I'm just mentioning Eric Jones because he's up there for now, but he's falling back. He's getting shuffled out here as we begin lap number 5. Or is it lap number 4? God damn it. Let me think here. No, it's lap 4. Or is it lap 4? God damn it. I just said it. I think it's lap 5. Yeah, I think it is lap 5. I don't know. Kyle Busch is leading. It's an RCR one, too. Hold on a second, folks. Mini crisis right now. Yeah, I think it is lap 5. Where is it? Hold on. God damn it. I'm just going to say lap 4. On to lap number 4. Chase Elliott takes the lead of the race. So many cars moving high to the outside. Austin Dillon's up toward the fence. Todd Gilliland's making a move to go 3 wide. Kyle Larson's in the top 4. As it stands, Larson will be your champion. Dillon's in the wall. Dillon is in the wall. He will be shuffled out with Stenhouse and Zilich. 3x3. Kyle Larson is in front of Austin Cindric as we run. He would be your champion right now. That's all the 5 has to do is beat the 2 on track, and he's got it. Yeah, he's got to beat him in the stages and beat him on track. That's what Kyle Larson has to do. Cole Custer's up in the front, though. That could make things interesting. Elliott goes back to the lead as we're heading toward lap number 5 now. Todd Gilliland is up here. He gets a good shove. Up the middle goes Ty Dillon. He leads the middle line. Gilliland goes back to the lead of the race. Now Dillon with a big shove. Here's Ty Dillon. Here he goes. Ty Dillon with Gilliland. 3x3. Chase Elliott back to the lead. Help from Kyle Larson. Now Ty Dillon, he's going to move high. William Byron's up here. Dillon goes to the lead, but William Byron, championship contender, is going to try and take the lead with help from Justin Haley, and he will. Man, the Hendrick boys, they came to play tonight. All 4 of them are in the top 10. Alex Bowman's up here. And don't look now, so is Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney is in the top 5. Or about to be. Now he is. Lap 5 begins. Big lead for William Byron. Justin Haley right there with him. Chase Elliott may be shuffled out of line. Yes, he is. That also includes Austin Cindric in that mix. Whoa, boy. Larson with a big save. Byron got shuffled. Everyone's moving up high. Chris Buescher's in the lead, but he's in the wall. Ryan Blaney wants to take it, and he will. Now, as we begin lap number 5, Ryan Blaney in the lead, followed by Connor Zilich, AJ Allmendinger, and Kyle Larson. 3x3 throughout the pack. Blaney leading the way now. Oh boy. Stage points are going to be huge. Blaney gets a push from Zilich. They pop out. They're clear out in front of the rest of them. Now Larson gets a shove. Larson side by side for second. Now 3 wide for second. And now Allmendinger side by side with Blaney. And now Allmendinger takes the lead. Or does he? Ryan Blaney stays right with him. Bubba Wallace is there as well. Now Allmendinger's got it. Denny Hamlin fell to the back for the first time. He'll go and help the line that Christopher Bell is in. We're coming to lap 6, and Allmendinger has a good lead with Bubba Wallace right there. Elio Castroneves coming to the front, and Ryan Blangan tipped sideways by Austin Dillon. Cole Custer enters the mix. Cole Custer to the front. He's into 5th. And don't look now, Austin Cindric's getting up here as well as Wallace goes for the lead. JGR Loyalty there in the back. But up front, Cole Custer, with help from Todd Gilliland, is got to run, and he's going for the lead. Justin Haley moves high. That knocks Chase Briscoe out of line. That could affect the whole flow of the lines. Cole Custer to the lead, but Todd Gilliland is going to try and take it away from him. They're all moving high. Austin Cindric is up in the front. Everyone's hanging on back there. They make it through. So much craziness. So much chaos. Lap 6. Everyone got shuffled out and Kyle Larson's leading. And look at Tyler Reddick, 3 wide up the middle. William Byron's there as well. William Byron shoves Joey Logano out of line. Byron doesn't want to help Reddick. Byron's 3 wide for 3rd, but Larson leads. It's him and Allmendinger. Last lap of stage number 1. Coming up in a few moments' time. Chase Briscoe pushes the outside line. Allmendinger to the lead. Eric Jones goes to the bottom line. He's got a good chance at stage points here. Now Tyler Reddick goes through the middle. Tyler Reddick 3 wide. Tyler Reddick to the lead. Denny Hamlin's going to help out his driver. Josh Berry goes to the outside. Here's AJ Allmendinger side by side with Tyler Reddick for the lead. Allmendinger back out front. Reddick fights back. Allmendinger in the lead with William Byron in the second. Then Ty Gibbs the third. Chase Briscoe up to 4th. Suarez gets kicked out of line. Same with Van Gisbergen. Tyler Reddick gets another good shove. AJ Allmendinger coming to the line, looking for the stage 1 victory. He'll have to hold on for one more lap. William Byron, though, trying to take it away from him. And Eric Jones fans, he's not getting the help. I think it's over for Eric Jones. Final lap, stage 1. Here we go. Already cars getting shuffled out of line. William Byron looking for the lead. He's right there with Chase Elliott. William Byron to the lead. 1 lap to go. Byron, then Elliott, then Reddick, then Chastain. Chase Elliott sideways, and he saved it.
Wow, what a save by Chase Elliott. Unbelievable. And that shuffled out Tyler Reddick in the process. It's not what he needed. Eric Jones gained a ton of spots. Eric Jones the chance. If Eric Jones can just get there, if he can just get to the stage, get to the front, out of sheer luck, he will stay alive. Noah Gregson needs this too. If Gregson can't win the stage, he's most likely out of it as well. High side. Chase Elliott's got to run. Chase Elliott's next to his teammate. This is for the stage, and Elliott's got the lead. Christopher Bell. Championship contender Christopher Bell looking to the middle. There he goes. Dylan moves high. Custer and Cindric back there trying to get as many spots as they can. Same thing with Ryan Blaney. Elliott to the lead. Then it's Austin Dillon. They're side by side. Elliott back out in front with help from Chris Buescher. Ryan Blaney's kicked out of line. Ryan Blaney won't get stage points. Noah Gregson, Eric Jones trying to do anything they can to get there, to get to the front. Chase Elliott with the lead. A bunch of cars being shuffled out of line. Chris Buescher looks high. Joey Logano looks high. Here they go. This is for the stage. Elliott with the lead. Then Logano. Then Smith. People are getting moved out of line. Cindric's one of them as well. Custer's not going to get anything. Gregson's championship hopes are over. Chase Elliott, can he win the stage? Zane Smith, he may make it interesting. He does. And at the line, it's actually Chase Elliott. Chris Buescher made things close, but Elliott gets the stage. Then Chris Buescher. Zane Smith third, Shane Van Gisbergen fourth, Ricky Stenhouse fifth, Christopher Bell gets stage points, he's sixth, Denny Hamlin seventh, Kyle Busch eighth, William Byron ninth, John Hunter Nemechek 10th. William Byron, Christopher Bell each gain points. 5 points gained by Bell, 2 for Byron. And Chase Elliott made the save of his life earlier on the stage. Came home to win it. Yeah, 1 lap ago he was sideways. 1 lap later, he's got the most points in the race so far. And unfortunately for Eric Jones and Noah Gregson, their championship hopes are over. Christopher Bell and William Byron, huge points gained. So now let's update our current point standings. Byron got 2, he's up to 589, 28 points back. Bell got 5, he's up to 577. So William Byron currently sits 28 points back. That's obviously saying because he's got 2 guaranteed points. Christopher Bell has 5 guaranteed points. Bell is 42 back. William Byron is 28 back of Austin Cindric as we currently run, not counting the placement points yet. Just missing out on points is Elio Castroneves, Ross Chastain, then Chase Briscoe, Justin Haley, Bubba Wallace, Joey Logano came up short, Kyle Larson. Boy, he could have used those points, but right now he's got the championship at the moment. Eric Jones will not win his first championship. Ty Gibbs, then Ty Dillon, then Jimmy Johnson. Tyler Reddick could have used those stage points. Allmendinger, Bowman, Dillon, Suarez, Gilliland, Custer, Keselowski, Austin Cindric, who's not doing what he needs to do. Noah Gragson will not win the championship. Zilich, Barry, and Ryan Blaney, who also is not doing what he must do in order to win the championship. 8 laps. It is about to be restart on lap number 8. The stage will end on lap 14. Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher are on the front row. Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, stage 2. They lead the field back to green. And chaos in the back. Cindric, Custer sideways. They hang on. Zilich gets shuffled. Elliott to the lead. Christopher Bell trying to fight his way through the middle. He's got a good shot at doing it. He's got help from Kyle Busch. William Byron on the inside trying to make something happen. But it's Chase Elliott in the lead with the field going at every other lineup possible to get around him. Strong push up the middle for Christopher Bell. Side by side for second. Bell and Smith behind the 9 of Elliott. Not a lot of chaos on that restart compared to the last one. Only a few cars got shuffled out. Eric Jones was one of them, but obviously he's not in the championship fight anymore. And folks, Christopher Bell is doing what he needs to do right now. He has a great shot at the championship. He'll go up to second. Outside line gets a push. Here's Stenhouse. Now Zane Smith gets a shove. Eric Jones gives a shove to the middle. Elliott then Bell. And Kyle Busch moves in the third. Bell to the inside of Elliott for the lead. Here comes Chastain. He'll try and help. Logano moves high. Custer gets shuffled out in the back. So does Reddick. Lap 9. And it's Christopher Bell leading the way. Folks, there's a good chance Christopher Bell can win this. But that's if Kyle Larson doesn't finish up front. And speaking of Kyle Larson, he's in the top 5. Cindric gets shuffled out again. Christopher Bell moves to the bottom. Kyle Busch tries to do the same and gets loose in front of the pack and hangs on. He pulled a Chase Elliott. Austin Dillon and Noah Gragson got shuffled out in the process. So far, stage 2 has been a little bit calmer. How much do you want to say that? And then it gets wild here with a big ass crash right now. It's possible. Bell leading with Chastain and Custer. Or that's Kyle Busch, actually. Speaking of Cole Custer, he gives a shove to a man in the back. That gets Chase Elliott's line going. Kyle Busch up the middle, 3 wide. That's for the lead. Tyler Reddick goes high, and Chase Elliott gets the lead, followed by Stenhouse and Bubba Wallace. Kyle Busch with a good push up the middle. And Christopher Bell on the inside line getting the shove. Bell on the inside line, up to Stenhouse. They're side by side for second. Bell to the inside. That's for the lead with Chase Elliott. 3 wide for third behind them. Kyle Busch goes to the lead, followed by Ryan Blaney. He's in the mix. I think cars are going to be shuffled out of line here soon. Eric Jones has already been moved out of line. There goes Cole Custer. His championship hopes are over. And same with Tyler Reddick. Caution flag is out. Massive one. Austin Cindric barely scoots by, but Cole Custer got dumped by AJ Allmendinger, and Tyler Reddick had nowhere to go. Caution out on lap 9. With Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney first and second, and Kyle Larson up in 7th. William Byron's up here in 8th. 4 championship contenders in the top 10 right now, and 2 of the 9 got taken out in a crash, and 2 of the 9 are already out via points. They were mathematically eliminated not too long ago. That was Noah Gragson and Eric Jones. So with that crash, we're down to 5 contenders left, and 4 of them are in the top 10. I'm not sure what happened to Cole Custer besides AJ Allmendinger getting loose and turning up into him. But Allmendinger goes into the wall. That'll end his season. Brad Keselowski had a rough year. It ends here tonight. Tyler Reddick smacks Cole Custer. They go hard into the fence. Jimmy Johnson, who had a great year but a rough ending, ends the year in the wall. Just heartbreaking for Tyler Reddick and Cole Custer, who will not have a shot at the championship. Cole Custer was one of the main foreign points. He was only 14 points back. Now he's done. So now we'll get the field sorted out before we update the total points, as it'll be a 2-lap shootout to decide who wins stage 2. Very intriguing. And with 5 championship contenders now, because Gragson and Jones have been eliminated mathematically, and Cole Custer and Tyler Reddick have been eliminated via crash. Now it comes down to the 24, the 5, the 20, the 12, and the 2. And Austin Cindric is having quite possibly the worst run in the biggest race of his young Diecast Racing Cup Series career. Let's update the results and the points. All right. Cole Custer's eliminated. He will finish with 603 points on the year. Tyler Reddick will finish with 581 points on the year. Let's take a look where everyone finished. Brad Keselowski finishes last. He had a rough year, and it ends with a last place finish. 33rd for AJ Allmendinger. It was an up and down year, and it ends in disappointment. Cole Custer, great year, heartbreaking ending. 32nd for Custer. And then 31st, that's Jimmy Johnson, who had a great year, but just an awful end to the year that knocked him out of championship contention. And then Tyler Reddick, who once again had a great year, but he got taken out late after a really cold end to the season. So, we have 29 cars remaining, 7 championship contenders that are left on track, but 5 that are mathematically still alive, and 2 of them on the front row. Christopher Bell, Ryan Blaney. Lead the field back to green. 2-lap shootout to the side. Who gets stage points? Bell didn't get the greatest start. Ryan Blaney did. Austin Cindric moving 3 wide in the back there. Oh, he's going to get put out of line by Ty Dillon. Bell gets back to the lead. Question is, how long will he stay there? Here's Chase Elliott making a big move. And same thing with Ricky Stenhouse. Ryan Blaney gets kicked out of line. Same with Christopher Bell. Kyle Larson's in the front. He's up there. William Byron's got to get going. But it's a huge mistake for Ryan Blaney and Christopher Bell to get pushed wide and out of the groove. Kyle Larson 3 wide for second. And now he's side by side, and he'll go to the lead. Briscoe pushes the middle line. Big shove to the bottom line. Larson leading. Hamlin, though, trying to go to his inside. Denny Hamlin going to try and be a pest. Here he goes to the inside. He may get some help here from Noah Gragson. The thing is, he won't. Or he is going to get help from Noah Gragson. Christopher Bell pushes the middle line. Denny Hamlin gets into Kyle Larson. Larson sideways. Can he save it? The answer is no. He gets turned in front of the pack. Unbelievable. Kyle Larson's in it. Unbelievable. In front of the pack. Denny Hamlin destroyed. Kyle Larson's championship hopes are over. Bubba Wallace in the wall. Chase Elliott in the wall. And everyone did a great job missing the rest of the field, but Kyle Larson, who was 1 point behind Austin Cindric in the standings, ends up wrecked. While leading by Denny Hamlin, who caused the accident. Kyle Larson came down the block, too. And that also destroyed one of Denny Hamlin's own cars. Bubba Wallace is destroyed. 2311 will have 2 wrecked race cars in the shop. But Austin Cindric has got to be beaming right now inside of his car. His main championship rival just got taken out while leading, and he's going to finish the stage in 3rd. Ty Gibbs wins it. Then it's Zane Smith. Then it's Austin Cindric getting 8 stage points. That's clutch. Ricky Stenhouse is 4th. Then it's Alex Bowman. Then Josh Berry. Chris Buescher's in 7th. Justin Haley, 8th. Cindric's the only championship contender to get stage points. Suarez, 9th. And Ty Dillon got 10th. Ryan Blaney didn't get any. Christopher Bell didn't get any. None of the mathematically eliminated guys got any. Byron didn't get any. That's huge for Austin Cindric. 8 stage points. 8. Austin Cindric gets 8 stage points. Kyle Larson gets nothing. His championship hopes are over. So Ty Gibbs got it. Then it was Zane. Then it was Cindric. Then Stenhouse. Then Alex. Then Barry. Chris. Haley. Suarez and Ty Dillon. And now we have more results to update. Bubba Wallace. Another rough season for him. And it ends in fittingly another DNF. He will finish 29th. That's Chase Elliott, who also had a rough season. '28th for Chase Elliott, just a rough season for him. 27th for Kyle Larson, who had a chance at the championship, but unfortunately got taken out while leading by Denny Hamlin, whose car that had a chance at the championship was eliminated in a crash, but maybe he was trying to help Christopher Bell, and he ended up wrecking himself and Kyle Larson and a bunch of other cars. 26 for him, and then Connor Zilic, who had just awful luck in the Cup Series. He'll finish 25th. So, we're officially halfway. We will restart on lap 16. This stage ends at lap 21, and then we get to go on a 9-lap shootout to decide a champion. It's looking good for Austin Cindric now. Here we go. Green flag. Gibbs and Zane lead him back. Seabell immediately moved high, and he got shuffled out. Todd moves up. Cindric on the bottom. Ryan Blaney moves high. Cindric going for the lead. 3 wide on the inside. Austin Cindric. Make that 2 wide for the lead. And Cindric's got it. Cindric and Gibbs. Ty Gibbs goes to the lead. Austin Cindric down to second. Eric Jones gets another push. Gives another push to the middle. Gibbs leading the way. Here comes Zane. He'll go to second next to Alex. Ty Dillon shuffled out of line. Shane moves up. Alex moves up. Oh, the 48's in a tough spot right there. Boy, he almost got wrecked. Lap 17, Alex moves high. Cindric takes the lead. There it is. Austin Cindric starting to show up when he needs to. Here's William Byron into the top 5. William Byron about 30-something points behind. He's going to need a lot of help. Stage points here would go a long way, but he's got to beat Cindric too. He can't let Cindric win the stage. It'll be all but over if Cindric does. Cindric, then Chris, then Gibbs. Then 3 wide on back. Kyle Busch gets a shove. He'll push Gibbs up to second. Ty Gibbs with a big push. He goes to the lead. But now watch Cindric on the inside. Cindric with a big shove. Byron gets a shove up the middle. Cindric on the bottom gets a shove. Now more pushing up the middle for Ty Gibbs. That's because they see William Byron's right behind Gibbs. Cindric leading, then Chris, then Gibbs. They're moving high, some moving low. Todd is shuffled. Ty Dillon shuffled out of line. Ty Gibbs is going to the lead, and William Byron, more importantly, is passing Austin Cindric. Coming to lap number 18. Christopher Bell is also trying to pass Austin Cindric. Last year's winner at Phoenix, Austin Dillon moves high. Now Byron and Cindric are 3 wide next to each other, and Cindric gets in front of Byron. That moves Chris to the lead on lap 18 for RFK. Ryan Blaney got shuffled out of line again. It's not looking good for Blaney. He needs to beat Austin Cindric by 24 points right now. He's going to need Austin Cindric to crash at this rate. Ty Gibbs next to Chris. Side by side, battle for the lead. Give it to Ty Gibbs. Chris next to Gibbs. Gibbs back to the lead. Now Chris next to him again. Gibbs gets another big shot from Byron. Gibbs and Byron clear out in front. Then there's Chris. Chris fighting back. C-Bell may get to the bottom line. Todd shuffled as well as Ty Dillon and Shane. C-Bell's being pushed by Austin Cindric. He's going to the front. It's him and Chris. Now Chris all alone again on lap 19. Eric Jones gets shuffled. Chris loses the lead. 3 wide all throughout the pack. Chris Suarez in his final start for Trackhouse, and C-Bell. Oh boy, this is big for C-Bell and William Byron. They got to get points. They got to beat Cindric. He's still there. Chris gets a shove. Byron to second. There you go, Byron to second. He's in a comfortable spot. C-Bell gives a shove. Suarez gets a shove up the middle. Dylan moves high. He's out of the groove. He's out of line. Seabell to third. Cindric to fifth. Byron in second. Now Seabell to the lead. Cindric in second. Byron gets shuffled back. Cindric getting his nose underneath the 20. Here comes the 2. 2 laps to go on the stage. Lap 20 of the race. With the 20 out in front, ironically. And here's Chris. Chris with a big move. Oh, Seabell got next to him. Wow. That was a big move. Now Cindric is leading the bottom line all by himself with Noah, Ross, and Eric Jones. Well, folks, this is huge. We're coming to the end of stage 3. Grab your popcorn. Get out of your seat. This is an important lap to decide the champion this year. Chris leading. Then it's Willie B behind him. Chris gets a shot. They get another push on the outside. That moves the 24 to second. Haley to third. Todd moved up. Todd moved up. Same with Alex. Same with Ricky. There they go. Cindric gets a shove. Seabell is there. Seabell is side by side with Chris for the lead. Seabell out in front. 1 lap to go on the outside line. Gets shuffled out, including Byron. Oh my, that's huge. Ryan Blaney's up here now. Ryan Blaney's here. There's Noah as well. Suarez with Elio. Cindric tried to shuffle out Seabell. It didn't work. Huge moment for William Byron. How will he respond? Tell you what, folks, Austin Cindric, he's got a really good shot in getting stage points. Where will the field go? Who will the field help? Here's Elio side by side for the lead. Elio to the lead. They're bringing Ryan Blaney to the front. Same thing with Eric Jones. Suarez again. Jones moves high. He's out of line, as well as Ricky and Shane. Seabell is coming back up here too. Willie B joins the outside line. Cindric's here. Same with Seabell. Suarez looking for the lead. Here he is. He's got the push. Does Seabell go for it? He does. Cindric doesn't go with him. Eric Jones goes high. Seabell gets shuffled, as well as Ross. Never mind, I take that back. Ryan Blaney gets shuffled, but Austin Cindric is in second. And Austin Cindric will not win the stage, but he very well may have just locked this championship up. Wow. That's a huge moment in the championship. Cindric gets second in stage 3. Seabell third. Kyle Busch fourth. Joe Log fifth. Then Ross. Then John Hunter. Todd. Gibbs. And Chris. Willie B didn't get stage points. Neither did Ryan Blaney. It's very apparent now that Austin Cindric's going to win this championship if he finishes this race. Yes, he will. Austin Cindric may have just locked this one up, folks. Wow. What a run. What a huge move by Cindric. He saw Seabell go to the bottom. Ross went with him. Cindric did not. Cindric made the right choice, and Seabell paid the price. Yeah, that would have kept Cindric back. That would have lost him a few points. Instead, Cindric beat him. Seabell got a good haul of stage points, but it's not enough to beat Cindric, because he did one better. So, we will go to stage 4 with Daniel Suarez. That could be the last magical moment he has with Trackhouse. Suarez, Cindric, Seabell. I think that's a Bush. That is Bush. Bush. Joe Log. Ross. John Hunter. Wow, Todd. Gibbs. Chris. Alright. Championship time. So let's take a look at your updated results. Austin Cindric, 17 stage points. He's up to 634. Ryan Blaney got 0 stage points in the biggest race of his season. Brutal. William Byron only got 2 stage points. Reddick got nothing. Here's C. Bell. $13 stage points for Bell, but he is about 49 points back. It looks like it's all over for Christopher Bell. Yeah, that ended his chances. Noah or Eric Jones, they didn't get stage points either. So, right now, Ryan Blaney's 32 points back. Austin Cindric, the only way Austin Cindric doesn't win this championship now is if he crashes out. And really, it's down to him, Ryan Blaney, and I'll calculate Byron's points. Yeah, he's 45 back. Byron doesn't have a chance either. It's down to Cindric and Blaney. It's going to be a Penske car who wins the championship. The question is which one. If Austin Cindric finishes the race, it'll be him. If Ryan Blaney can get inside the top 5 and Austin Cindric crashes out, then Ryan Blaney will win the championship. But for William Byron and Christopher Bell, just like Noah Gragson and Eric Jones, they have been mathematically eliminated. So, stage 4. It's down to the Penske boys. Which Penske car will get Roger Penske his first Diecast Racing Cup Series championship? Here we go. Suarez and Cindric lead the field back to green. Suarez got the better launch. Cindric, though, fights back. Oh boy, Cindric's all low on the outside. Kyle Busch really fell back. Joe Log's going to go to the outside. C. Bell's going to go to the lead. Now Suarez takes it. Suarez takes the lead. Cindric has fallen back big time. This is a good start for Ryan Blaney. Trackhouse 1-2 at the moment with Suarez and Ross up there. Here's Seabell side by side with Suarez. That's for the lead. Give it to the 20. Cindric gets a little bit of help. He's next to Ryan Blaney again. But the bottom line again gets another shove. Shuffle out of line is Seabell. John Hunter. Suarez looking for the lead. Meanwhile in the back, Josh Berry shuffles Austin Cindric out. Oh my. Cindric gets shuffled. Ryan Blaney's up there now. Lap 23. It's still looking good for Cindric. Chris and Alex get shuffled out of line. Same with Noah and Chase. Daniel Suarez to the lead, but they're 3x3 behind them. Maybe there is a teeny tiny way of Ryan Blaney to win the championship, but he's going to need Austin Cindric to finish point blank dead last in the pack, and he has to win. Other than that, it's pretty much game over unless the two, like we said earlier, crashes out of the race. But John Hunter, he's going to go to the lead. Yes, he will. John Hunter to the lead, followed by Ty Gibbs. Cindric goes to the bottom. He gets help from Joe Log. That pushes C. Bell up to third. Out in front. That is John Hunter.